Hey friends, this is Gresh, and today I kind of wanted to give a very brief overview on how to train, how to spec and respec in this game. So, if you were, not too familiar with the key map layout, you can always hit F1 for help. That's a pretty universal key. And it actually tells you on the screen there. Let's see if I can disassociate. Yeah, there we go. It actually tells you what each and every one of these keys does, which is extremely helpful. The most important one being that X accesses your skills, and the rest of these are important too. But we can press X and we can get to our skill menu. This is where we spec. We specialize in our activated abilities, like if you're warrior, smash, cyclone, and then depending on your specialization, bulwark or war frenzy. In addition to that, every other class also gets pet master that leads into riding. So you need to have the standard gate of 5 points here in order to get the ability to ride rideable pets. In order to hang glide, you must first learn to climb well, and then to sail, you have to learn how to swim. Which I suppose logically makes sense. You wouldn't necessarily want to go boating while being unable to swim. That's kind of dumb. Uh, in any case, so this is where your skill trees are located. But if you wanted to respec, because you're like, I don't like these abilities anymore. I want to push everything to the limit, see how far I can hang glide, or if I can ride, or if you're having trouble like I actually was early on and needing to actually have access to all of these abilities and such. I needed to take points out of other locations in order to fill out this top line here, because I didn't really fully understand the importance of talenting, at least early on, as a warrior, until after I was getting my face handed to me a few times. Anywho, it says requires class trainer. That can be, well, it's not so much vague. I mean, it makes sense. You need a class trainer, and well, where would a class trainer be other than in a city? What this does not help you with is, once it doesn't tell you where your trainers are located at all. There's the trading district, which okay, yeah, that's cash exchanges. You buy goods, sell goods, whatever. Crafting, okay, that makes perfectly good sense. You go craft with the materials you've gained out in the world. Pet district, I got a little beef with this area, but that's another video. So the last place it's really left is the adventurer district, and success makes total sense. But here's something that I need to point out in case you're not aware of it. It does not matter. Sorry, how do I rephrase this? There's no significant markings or indication. Okay, sorry. That's bad phrasing. Goodness gracious. Mulligan? Yeah, okay. There's nothing on the minimap. There's no text or anything like that happens to let me know that this guy is a trainer. The only indicator that I have, and granted, I don't think too many people would be confused by this, at least after they figured out the first time. The only indicator you have is that there are target dummies, and I guess maybe the layout of the building, right? I didn't realize it early on. I had no idea, so I was like running by. I'm like, oh man, that's awesome! You got all these target dummies. You can practice your attacks and all that jazz just to see what they're doing. That's so cool. I had no idea that these guys right here, these guys out front, were actually trainers. I just thought that they were just stray NPCs like there are everywhere else in town. Some of them do things, perform a function, but those that do, whenever you talk to them, a menu opens. Nothing like that happens here. My recommendation would be that either we put some icons here on the minimap, some sort of notification that this guy is a trainer. I know that over there you have your little shield symbol for the warrior trainer, but I don't see anything like that anywhere else for the other trainers. The shields, or the not shields, but the targets here are rather indicative that this is a ranger trainer. I get that, but I think it could be better. That's my opinion. But so what you do, that one, that's the one that we want, is after we decide which trainer is our trainer. So just a quick rundown of that. This guy, ranger trainer, should be obvious by the fact that he has targets there. This thing is a bit dojo-y, right? It has a little bit of an Asian flair influence to it. More importantly, the guy is clearly rocking a katana of sorts, so he screams rogue. But if you're like me and you tend to be a dagger wielder that, you know, specializes in the assassin tree, and, you know, plays a rogue of tradition like from MMOs, the ninja guy here wouldn't necessarily be a most obvious choice. But yeah, this is your guy. This is your guy, and these are your dummies. You wail on them, and it's all good and gravy. Let me let me pull this guy back here. Oh my gosh, stop making noise. Over here, if you couldn't tell from the giant purpley diamond thing and the tower and the pseudo arcane carpet sigil flooring there. Man, lamps, friends, bring you lamps. It's always dark in this game. This is a mage, indicative by the fact that he's got a staff. He's hanging out here. He's wearing some plumberific robes. And look at this guy. Do I know you? No, dude, but I know you. You're one of those artsy fartsy casters. That's what's up. Okay. So lastly, if you specialize in hitting things in the face with big, heavy weapons, this is the dude for you. Oh man, I gotta say, sir, you are looking mighty spiffy. And Sander. We could be friends, guy. I'm just saying. I dig your metal outfit, and your sword complements that. Oh, and your hair too, man. I'd almost think that was a helmet, but I know better. I do. So you can talk to this guy, and all he has is just random statement. I think what should happen is when you talk to him, your menu pops up. And there should probably be some dialogue about retalenting, respecking. I think that's extremely important. While I like my hand glider, I really want to see what kind of pain having, or what kind of. Wow, we can get that down to there. That's crazy. So we can put 20 points. So like every 10.5 seconds, I can smash something. That's pretty awesome. Let's see what Bulwark does, because that's a very important spell too. So we can get this bad boy all the way up to basically 44%. Oh no, sorry, that's the next level. So we can basically get it up to 43.5% damage reduction. That's really freaking nice, actually. Oh man, and it's only on a 42 second cooldown. Not too shabby at all. I actually don't want to dump every single point that I have into this. I want to have base access to these abilities. I think more importantly, what I really need is the ability to swim and sail and ride a pony. Ride a very pretty pony. Well, actually, I don't really care about riding so much. Sailing will be useful for just getting across the water pretty quickly. We'll go ahead and dump our next points into Bulwark. I do like utilizing this ability whenever it's available to me. So there's that. But this is how I'm gonna run for now. It seems like a bit of a waste, but I have a feeling that whenever I happen upon an ocean biome, I'm gonna really regret not having it. So yeah, sorry about the sudden video jar there. I was checking something before I made a huge fool of myself. I was saying, yeah, I would regret not being able to sail if I hit an ocean biome, and that's absolutely true. Yeah, but that is how you spec and respec, and it's actually not too costly. I was under the impression that it cost quite a lot, but it just a something I noticed on playback is whenever you change your talents and you learn something, like you can reallocate them. It costs what is that? What's it, 22? Oh, that's interesting. It's like 22 and a half copper. Yeah. No. Nope. Our math fail. 22. This is 45. It's 23, right? Right. And then 68. That's another 23, right? Yeah. And then another 22. Oh yeah. It's basically 22 and a half copper. Yeah, every time. Except it breaks it down into 22 and 23 so that it's even and fair. That makes sense. There you go. Yeah, there's 23 copper. Another 23, and it should be 22 this time. And it was. Look at that. We did it. Okay. So I actually thought for a second that this actually might be the gold sync of the game. I've seen some other people comment on this too, and I have yet to find something that is just stupidly expensive for your money. These bad boys, however, that's a little something else, but to adapt weapons from a lower rank to a higher one, very, very expensive, for good reason. In fact, adapting from high to low is free. It takes nothing because you're gimping a weapon or a piece of armor or whatever down to your level. So I think this is ultimately you don't really need a separate video for this. This is ultimately for taking, say for instance, if this was a really, really sweet weapon, which it's pretty good for what it is. It's good enough that it was warranted to shove a 34 power wind cube on just to get some extra damage on that bad boy. But due to the fact that it doesn't have like crit, tempo, and say reg, I'm not sure what reg is. Is that regeneration? If someone could let me know, that would be awesome. I'll have to check it out on the wiki too. But if it had all that, and the fact that it's not adapted, once I got to a level where my power's at 100, if I understand how the leveling in this game works, once you've hit power 100, which is obtainable before you like hit infinite levels, I think I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, sorry. In any case, that's the time where you want to take like your best found gear and adapt it up in case you know, like if something's at even the plus 36 rank, it has stupidly awesome stats. Hold on to that bad boy. Do not get rid of it. Adapt it up at level 100 and it'll grow and it'll scale upward and be beautiful. This video is actually kind of running a wee bit long. I do want to thank you guys for letting me ramble on. As always, this is Gresh with his little buddy Oot friend. Oh goodness. Yeah, my voice is a bit thrashed, so sorry. With my lamp. Bring a lamp. Gotta have your lamp. Alright. Bye.